Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we pay tribute to the American celebrities and global icons we've recently lost. These remarkable individuals left an indelible mark on our world. If you'd like to support this memorial, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. Feel free to share your respects by commenting "Rest in Peace" below. Thank you, and let's begin this journey of remembrance together. The business world lost one of its most controversial and ambitious figures, David Siegel, the self-made billionaire founder and CEO of Westgate Resorts, who built the largest privately held timeshare empire in the world, passed away at the age of 89. Born on May 3, 1935 in Chicago to a grocer father, Siegel moved to Miami at age 10 and later attended the University of Miami. He began his career selling real estate in the 1960s and founded Central Florida Investments, CFI, in 1970. Eventually building Westgate Resorts into a timeshare colossus with 28 resorts across the United States. Siegel and his wife Jackie gained widespread fame through the 2012 documentary Queen of Versailles, which chronicled their attempt to build the largest single-family home in America, a 90,000-square-foot palace inspired by the Palace of Versailles. The mansion was finally completed in late 2024, shortly before his passing. A larger-than-life figure, Siegel was known for his lavish lifestyle, political connections, and philanthropic efforts. He claimed to have helped George W. Bush win the 2000 presidential election, though he never specified how. The family faced tragedy when their daughter Victoria died from a drug overdose in 2015 at age 18. He is survived by his wife Jackie and their children. Rest in peace, David Siegel. Your rags to riches story and relentless ambition will remain a testament to the American dream. Martha's Vineyard lost one of its most beloved residents, John Forté, the Grammy-nominated hip-hop artist whose life journey from platinum records to federal prison to redemption became a testament to resilience, was found dead at his home in Chilmark, Massachusetts, at the age of 50. Chilmark Police Chief Sean Slavin said there were no signs of foul play or readily apparent cause of death. A New York City native and prodigious talent, Forté exploded onto the music scene in his early 20s, contributing to the Fugees' Grammy-winning The Score and Wyclef Jean's The Carnival. A rapper, singer, and multi-instrumentalist, he released solo albums that showcased his range, collaborating with artists from Carly Simon to Ben Taylor. Then came the fall. In 2000, he was arrested at Newark International Airport for possession of liquid cocaine and sentenced to 14 years in prison. After serving 7 years, President George W. Bush commuted his sentence, with Carly Simon among his most vocal advocates. Forté considered Simon an adopted godmother. "She's my champion, my crusader, my mentor, my friend, my spiritual guru. She's an awesome human being." For the past decade, Forté lived in Chilmark with his wife and 2 children, becoming a fixture in Martha's Vineyard's music community. He recently worked with filmmaker Dawn Porter on her revitalization of the civil rights documentary Eyes on the Prize. Forté is survived by his wife, photographer Laura Fuller, and 2 children. Rest in peace, John Forté. Your story proved that redemption isn't just possible, it's beautiful. The football world lost a fierce competitor, Terrence Donnell, Chet Brooks. The former Texas A&M defensive standout and 2-time Super Bowl champion with the San Francisco 49ers, passed away after a battle with cancer at the age of 60. Born on January 1, 1966, Brooks came to Texas A&M from Carter High School in Dallas. Brooks was the person credited with coining the nickname Wrecking Crew for the Aggie defense, a moniker that became legendary in college football. Brooks played for the Aggies from 1984 to 97, earning All-Southwest Conference and All-America honors. He helped guide A&M to 3 consecutive SWC championships, 1985-87, and 3 consecutive Cotton Bowl appearances. The 49ers selected Brooks in the 11th round of the 1988 draft. He played 33 career games from 1988 to 1990, starting in Super Bowl 54. He made 2 interceptions in the 1989 postseason, including a pick of John Elway in Super Bowl 54 that Brooks returned 38 yards. Brooks earned All-Madden team honors in 1989, and he was inducted into the Texas Black Sports Hall of Fame in 2009. Brooks suffered a career-ending injury during the 49ers game versus the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field on November 4, 1990. As word spread, Aggies alumni wrote "Here" on social media, a tradition honoring those in the student body who have passed away. Rest in peace, Chet Brooks. Your legacy as a Wrecking Crew legend and champion will forever echo through Aggieland and the halls of the 49ers. John Travolta is not just a Hollywood icon. He is proof that talent can explode onto the world stage, that careers can die and be resurrected, and that grace under unimaginable loss reveals the truest measure of a person's character. From a kid from New Jersey who dropped out of high school to chase a dream to becoming one of the most recognizable faces on the planet, his journey is not a straight line to glory. It is a cycle of meteoric rises, devastating falls, miraculous comebacks, and heartbreaking tragedy. It is about a man who danced his way into America's heart, lost his way in the wilderness of bad choices, found redemption when it seemed impossible, and faced personal losses so profound they would have destroyed lesser souls. John Joseph Travolta was born on February 18, 1954, in Englewood, New Jersey, the youngest of 6 children in a working-class Irish-Italian family. His father, Salvatore, was a semi-professional football player turned tire salesman. His mother, Helen, was an actress, singer, and high school drama teacher who filled their home with music, performance, and the belief that entertainment was a worthy dream. From the moment John could walk, he was performing. His mother encouraged all her children to explore the arts, and John took to it naturally. He wasn't interested in traditional education. He was interested in movement, music, and being on stage. At 16, John made a decision that terrified his father but thrilled his mother. He dropped out of high school and moved to New York City to pursue acting full-time. He had no backup plan, no safety net, just absolute certainty that this was what he was meant to do. John took acting classes, auditioned relentlessly, and landed small roles in touring companies of Grease and other musicals. He was talented, charismatic, and impossibly handsome. Casting directors noticed. In 1975, at age 21, John was cast as Vinnie Barbarino in Welcome Back, Kotter, a television sitcom about a teacher returning to his old high school to teach a class of remedial students. The show became a hit. John's character, a dim but lovable Brooklyn greaser with perfect hair and an infectious smile, became a cultural phenomenon. Teenage girls across America put his poster on their walls. John Travolta was a star, but television stardom was just the beginning. In 1977, John starred in Saturday Night Fever, a film about a working-class Brooklyn kid who escapes the limitations of his life through disco dancing. John played Tony Manero with a raw vulnerability and explosive physicality that stunned audiences. The opening scene, John strutting down the street to the Bee Gees' "Stayin' Alive," became one of the most iconic moments in cinema history. John didn't just act in the film, he embodied it. He trained for months to perfect the dance sequences. He brought authenticity to Tony's frustration, his ambition, his need to be more than his circumstances allowed. The performance earned John an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor at age 23. The film became a cultural earthquake. Disco exploded. White suits sold out everywhere. John Travolta became the biggest star in the world overnight. Then, just 1 year later, came Grease, as Danny Zuko, the leather jacket-wearing greaser who falls for the good girl Sandy. John delivered pure charisma. The film became the highest-grossing musical in history at that time. Songs like "You're the One That I Want" and "Summer Nights" became permanent fixtures in popular culture. John proved he could sing, dance, and carry a film with effortless charm. By 1978, at just 24 years old, John Travolta had starred in 2 of the biggest films of the decade. He was untouchable. Then everything fell apart. Throughout the early 1980s, John made a series of disastrous career choices. Urban Cowboy in 1980 was successful, but after that came Staying Alive, the critically panned sequel to Saturday Night Fever. Then Two of a Kind. Then Perfect. Then a string of forgettable films that audiences ignored and critics savaged. John went from the hottest star in Hollywood to box office poison in less than 5 years. Studios stopped calling, offers dried up. The industry that had worshipped him now dismissed him as a has-been, a disco relic, a former star who couldn't adapt. John retreated from the spotlight. He focused on flying. He was a licensed pilot, and aviation became his refuge. He spent time with his family. He questioned whether his career was over at 30. For more than a decade, John Travolta wandered the Hollywood wilderness, appearing in forgettable films, wondering if he would ever matter again. Then came 1994 and Quentin Tarantino. Tarantino cast John as Vincent Vega in Pulp Fiction, a role every major star in Hollywood had turned down. Vincent was a heroin-using hitman, philosophical and violent, dancing the twist in one scene and accidentally shooting someone in the next. It was unlike anything John had done before. John took the role, trusting Tarantino's vision. The performance was revelatory. He brought humor, menace, and vulnerability to Vincent. The famous dance scene with Uma Thurman reminded the world that John Travolta could move like no one else, that his charisma was undimmed, that he was still a star. Pulp Fiction became a cultural phenomenon. John earned his second Academy Award nomination for Best Actor. At 40, he was reborn. Hollywood welcomed him back not as a nostalgia act, but as a serious actor capable of complex, interesting work. The comeback continued. Get Shorty in 1995 showcased his comedic timing. Face Off in 1997 proved he could handle action. Primary Colors in 1998 demonstrated his dramatic range. A Civil Action showed his ability to disappear into a character. John proved he could do comedy, action, drama. He was versatile, committed, grateful for the second chance. Throughout the late 1990s and 2000s, John worked steadily. He appeared in Swordfish, Ladder 49, Be Cool, Hairspray, and Wild Hogs. Not every film was a masterpiece, but John remained a draw, a reliable presence audiences trusted. In 1991, John married actress Kelly Preston after meeting on the set of The Experts. They had 3 children together: Jet, born in 1992, Ella, born in 2000, and Benjamin, born in 2010. John spoke constantly about his love for his family, about how fatherhood grounded him, about how Kelly was his soulmate. Then tragedy struck. On January 2, 2009, while the family was vacationing in the Bahamas, their son Jet suffered a seizure and died. He was 16 years old. Jet had a history of seizures and had been diagnosed with Kawasaki disease as a child. John and Kelly were devastated. The loss was unimaginable. John spoke later about the pain, about how he had to learn to grieve while still being present for his 2 surviving children. He credits Kelly with helping him survive the darkest period of his life. The couple channeled their grief into advocacy, working to raise awareness about childhood illnesses and supporting causes that mattered to Jet. They spoke openly about their loss, hoping to help other parents facing similar tragedies. John returned to work slowly, using acting as a way to process his grief. He appeared in From Paris with Love and The Taking of Pelham 123, throwing himself into physical roles that demanded his complete focus. Then, in July 2020, another devastating blow. Kelly Preston died of breast cancer at age 57. She had been battling the disease privately for 2 years. John lost his wife, his partner, his anchor. At 66, John faced unimaginable grief for the second time. He spoke openly about the challenge of helping his children, Ella, then 20, and Benjamin, then 9, process their mother's death while dealing with his own overwhelming loss. But John didn't break. He leaned on his family, his faith, and his work. He continued acting, appearing in films, and honoring Kelly's memory by being the father she would want him to be. John posted a heartfelt tribute on Instagram, thanking those who reached out and asking for privacy as his family grieved. He demonstrated grace under the most difficult circumstances imaginable. Throughout his career, John has remained committed to his craft. He's worked consistently, choosing roles that interest him rather than chasing blockbusters. He's continued flying, owning multiple aircraft including a Boeing 707, and serving as an ambassador for Qantas Airways. John is also a devoted member of the Church of Scientology, crediting the organization with helping him through personal challenges. While his association with Scientology has been controversial, John has never wavered in his beliefs or his gratitude for the support he's received. Now in his 70s, John continues working. He remains one of Hollywood's most beloved figures, admired not just for his talent, but for his resilience, his grace, and his refusal to let tragedy define him. John Travolta's story is not about perfection. It is about perseverance. A kid from New Jersey who became a global phenomenon before he was 25. A star who lost everything and had to rebuild from scratch. An actor who proved that comebacks are possible if you're willing to trust new voices and take risks. A father who faced losses no parent should endure and chose to keep living, Keep loving, keep showing up. He didn't avoid pain. He walked through it. He didn't hide from grief. He honored it. He didn't let failure destroy him. He used it as fuel for reinvention. This is the story of John Travolta, a man who danced his way to stardom, stumbled through darkness, found the light again, and proved that grace is not about avoiding tragedy, but about how you carry yourself through it.